All right, let's just get right into it. If you're running a mining facility, you need to listen up because this is a critical briefing. The market, it's completely changed. And sticking with the old way of doing things, well, that's a fast track to shutting your doors for good. We're going to break down exactly why that is and, more importantly, what you can do about it right now. So let me just ask you this, straight up. Are your ASICs quietly burning cash? I mean, really think about it. Because the hidden costs, those little inefficiencies in the old school facilities, they aren't just a small dent in your profits anymore. No, they are a full-blown threat to your survival in this game. Look, you're already feeling it, right? The pressure is on. And let me tell you, it is not just in your head. The entire industry is caught in this massive profit squeeze. And it's being driven by forces that, frankly, you know all too well. First things first, the halving. Boom. Just like that, it's sliced your revenue per block in half. I mean, that's a brutal, unavoidable hit right to your top line. No way around it. And the revenue that's left over, well, it's getting absolutely devoured by energy costs. Power is now eating up a staggering 67% of block rewards. Think about that. That's way, way up from the historical average of 40 or 50%. Your margins have never been this thin.
Okay, but let's talk about the costs you aren't tracking so closely. These are the silent killers, the inefficiencies that are literally baked into your facility's design, and they are just bleeding you dry 24/7.
So let's put a name to these killers, shall we? We're talking about number 1, huge energy waste from old school cooling. Number 2, serious performance degradation because of heat. And number 3, a lifespan for your most expensive assets, your ASICs, that's 2 to 3 times shorter than it should be. These are not small problems, people. They are active threats to your entire operation.
All right, now look at the raw data here. This is where it gets crazy. Just look at the comparison. An air-cooled facility uses nearly double the power per terahash. Your cooling system alone, just the cooling, could be eating 30% of your total power draw. You know what that means for a 10-megawatt site? It's a difference of over $1 million a year. $1 million bucks, just gone. Poof, wasted on pushing hot air around. And all that wasted heat, it creates another huge problem, thermal throttling. You know what this is. Your ASICs get too hot and they just slow themselves down to keep from frying. Well, for a typical 10-megawatt facility, that lost hash rate, it translates directly into $200,000 to $600,000 in lost revenue every single year.
Now, this right here, this shows you the long-term damage. The constant heat, the dust, all the junk in the air, it just burns out your equipment in 2 to 3 years. That's it. But with stable liquid cooling, that same ASIC can run for 6 to 8 years. You are literally being forced to buy new machines 3 times as often for absolutely no good reason. So here's the bottom line. In today's market, brute force is dead. It's over. Efficiency is everything. It is the one single thing that separates the winners from the losers, the people who will thrive from the ones who will have to shut down.
So, the big question is, how do you get there? How do you become one of the winners? Well, it's not just about buying the latest machines. It's about a fundamental rethink of your entire infrastructure. The good news is, there is a clear, proven path to modern profitability. Let's break it down. The whole strategy is built on 3 core pillars. First, and this is the biggest one, you upgrade your cooling. Swap out that inefficient air sham for direct-to-chip liquid cooling. Second, you optimize your firmware with auto-tuning to unlock every last bit of efficiency. And third, you automate your operations. You use AI to predict problems before they happen, slashing your downtime. And what's the result when you do all this? A 25 to 35% total improvement in your energy efficiency. That's not a small tweak. That is a game-changing leap forward that directly fights back against all those market pressures we were just talking about. And what does that actually mean for your wallet in dollars and cents? It means you're generating an extra $150 to $300 of pure profit per terahash per year, just compared to your old air-cooled setup. Now, go ahead and multiply that across your entire facility. The numbers get big, fast. And here's the best part. I know you're thinking about the cost, but this isn't some 10-year investment you have to sweat over. The return on investment is incredibly fast. A full facility retrofit typically pays for itself in just 18 to 24 months. That's it. It pays for itself from the energy savings, the performance gains, and not having to buy new gear all the time. So, I'm just going to leave you with this one last question. Everybody worries about the risk of investing in an upgrade. But that's not the real risk. The real risk is doing nothing. It's just sitting there while your facility bleeds cash. So I'll ask you again, in this market, with these pressures, can you really afford not to modernize?